Good evening and welcome to Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. Bring you live action here from the Royal College Basketball Indoor Complex. It's the finals from the Mercantile Men's F Division. It's TWC Innovations taking on London Stock Exchange Group live from the Royal College Indoor Basketball Complex here in Colombo. Both teams are going through their pre-match rituals as being introduced to the crowd here, as we are in for a very interesting game of basketball here at the finals of the F Division of the 33rd Mercantile Basketball Tournament 2025. As you see, the two teams for this all-important men's F Division final. For TWC, it's the starting five: Nafil Jaladin, Dilna Disanaik, Augustine, Shanil De Silva, and Seneth Al-Hakoon will be the starting five for the lads stripped off in white. And from the bench, it will be Tanushka. But before that, we'll head into the national anthem ahead of this all-important final. That's the anthem done and dusted. Pre-match rituals formally done here at the all-important men's F Division final of the 33rd Basketball Mercantile Basketball Tournament 2025. Once again, will be a very interesting matchup in this all-important final. Two teams who have really dominated proceedings from the word go in this campaign. We'll look to finish off with that all-important silverware and that men's F Division championship. It's TWC Innovation taking on LSEG, the London Stock Exchange Group. And if you have just tuned in to Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, we're here at the men's F Division final of the 33rd Mercantile Basketball Tournament 2025. Joining me in the comm box is Anushka. A very good evening to Anushka.
Thank you so much, Reslan. It is good to be back in the comm box for the 33rd run of the MSBA League. And we are bound to have an exciting finals here today. TWC Innovations taking on LSEG. And just about 2.5 minutes to go. You are listening to Papare, the leading sports broadcaster in Sri Lanka, and we will take you throughout the whole game, step by step. So stay tuned for the rest of the game, and we will be joining in about another two minutes to start the game. Taking a look at the teams for LSEG, number 23, Steve Stanley, number 9, Hasrali Viswajit, Malisha Sirivardhana wearing number 30, Samit Nimanta wearing number 10, and Harold Dharmalinga wearing number 1. And on the bench, Binal Vijayagunawardana, Deepal De Silva, Kavishka Ranatunga, Sachit Jayakodi, Indeepa Madhumage, Dinara Piris, and Akila Vijay Singh.
indeed. Some interesting basketball action coming your way. Around 1.5 minutes left for the tip-off in this all-important final, the men's F division of the 33rd Mercantile Basketball League 2025. Final preps for both teams as they gear up for this all-important final, as I mentioned on plenty of occasions. So, TWC Innovations, who will try and get the better of their counterparts in this final. London Stock Exchange Group. On your screens right now, stripped off in blue, London Stock Exchange Group, who have really found themselves dominating in all the games they have played in this campaign. They did win that semi-final against Contrix Celion. Quite a close tussle, 70 points to 60. Coming into this all-important final with just the one loss from both teams. Coming into this final with a loss each, which will really just ease their nerves. They'll want to really try and come up in this all-important final.
And we're just about to get started. Contested tip-off. TWC comes out with the ball. Pass out to Senate. And back to Nafil Dilina. A young star in the making. Drives, kicks. The first shot of the game, and it's good. Welcome to the finals. The captain, rightly so, makes the first basket. And it's now Elseg's turn. Works the ball well. Stops. Kicks it out to Akmal. Good defense by number 23 for TWC. Indeepa steps back, shoots. Hits the rim, no good. Senate comes up with the loose ball. Coast to coast he goes and draws the foul. And we got the first free throws for the team. I beg your pardon, maybe that was just on the drive. The captain sets the ball. Senate fakes. Drives, but is called for the travel. Elseg ball. Steve, one of the top scorers for the team. The captain, leading all the way from the top. And Indeepa drives, jumps. Could not make it. Back out to Senate. Surveys the court. Takes his time. Passes back to the captain. Fakes. Back to Senate. Loose ball situation. Free man at Dilina. Fakes. Mid-ranger. No good. Elseg with the ball. Good kick out. And Akila finishes it. And Elseg is on the board. 2-all. 2 minutes down the line. Dilina with the first three-pointer. Comes up with the rebound again. Fakes. Drives. Kicks it out to the number 23. Comes up short. And Indeepa catches the ball but just could not control it. Drives. Couldn't finish. So it looks like Elseg is looking to up the tempo, run the fast breaks, run the lanes, and get the points on the board. While TWC looks to play a bit more calmer game. But it's still early time, so got a lot more time on the clock. Let's see how he goes. Senate surveys, kicks it out to the captain, fakes. Drives, Kicks it back out. Lefty lane. Just could not get it to go. Tanushka blocked by number 77. Good hustle by Dilina. The captain was the right decision, but just could not get it to go. But still, LSEG ball. Got a fairly decent crowd today. You can see the TWC supporters on the other side of the court waving their flags. Indeepa, another top scorer for the team, tries to make a play, but good defense by TWC. Oh, wonderful pick and roll. You just have to make those shots. Akila Vijay Singh, Cardinals in right there. You have to make those shots. Beautifully worked out by Indeepa, but these are the mistakes that will cost them the game if it just comes down to the wire. Dilina to the captain, to the lefty Nafil. Rims out. Good contest by Augustine. Indeepa with the rebound and gets it to go. LSEG quick to get back on defense. Always a good sign. A well-conditioned team. The captain fakes, drives, but called as a travel. We've seen a couple of traveling violations, so the players do have to worry about that. Unnecessary turnover should not be done. Ooh. Very close to doubling violation, but it's a foul on TWC. That's how the game goes. Kicks it out to Dinara. Indeepa kicks it out again to Dinara. Back to the captain. Mid-ranger, clocks on the line. Not the best decision by the number 23 to kick the ball out, but there's still a lot more time on the clock. We're still in the first quarter, just about 4 minutes down played. You can see the coaches. You can see the referees having a conversation. Tusita, a very experienced referee. Dilina, the captain. And that another turnover by the TWC captain, Nafil. 2 traveling violations in a row. He has to get that under check. Unless the boys in blue will look to capitalize. Number 30, Malaysia, couldn't finish it. Tanushka with the rebound, kicks it out to Augustine. Surveys, holds, back to Tanushka. Tries to get the pass out. Well defended by team in blue. But an even better finish by the captain. Trying to lead his team from the front with the N1. So both teams on their way to the finals have only lost one game. And the teams that they lost are not each other. So first time facing each other, I think, on the final. So TWC, their first game at Mercantile, built up a very good team. Good pass by Augustine. Kicked it out to Sennett, who finishes it for the easy lane. 7 points to 4 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. As we can see, Samit has clocked in. Indeepa. Good fake. Pass it to Malisha. Contested jumper. Gets the rebound. And that's good defense by Team TWC. Ran the 24-shot clock. Augustine with the baseline jumper. Number 10 comes up with the rebound. Shamit to the captain. Contested. Bad pass, I might say. Looks. Indeepa fakes. Step back. And shoots. Shamit with a good rebound. And draws a foul from Dilina, the young number 14. Steve Stanley with the mid-ranger. 2 rebounds. But the team in blue just could not finish. TWC back on the attack. To Dilina, to Senate. Corner 3, and he makes it. And that is the first 3-point of the game. 6-point lead for TWC. First substitution for Team TWC, and that is Sanil De Silva, who is about to come in, but timeout called by Elseg. And with 6 minutes and a bit more left, I beg your pardon, with 3 minutes and a bit more left on the first quarter, it's 10 points to 4. TWC Innovations take the lead.
Timely timeout taken. London Stock Exchange Group just not being able to just get back into this 6-point deficit. As TWC have really started this final in quite fashion, and they'll hope to continue in their merry way. And as far as this first quarter is concerned, it's well and surely been quite a one-sided affair. Plenty of work will be cut out for the lads in blue. But 6 points is not that big of a margin to come back into this game.
Yeah, it's not that big of a margin at all. You know, it's just 2 baskets. I mean, 2 threes, you can tie the game. And the LSEC coach, Coach Dhanande, is a very experienced coach, a good player at that. From what I know, he has both boys who play basketball and he plays with them. Excellent father figure for the boys, you know, and for the game of basketball in Sri Lanka. As LSEC scores straight out of the timeout. Senate airballs it. Good run by Akila and an excellent pass by Indeepa. And just like that, 10-8. It's not a big lead at all. And let's see if Team TWC has an answer to that. Unnecessary foul at that by the number 36, Akila Vijay Singh. Sanil to the captain, airballs it again, 2 airballs in a row. Indeepa trying to push the pressure. Team TWC back in numbers. Good defense. Steve throws it up in the air. Indeepa comes with the rebound. Good pass. Once again, Malisha. That's 2 under the baskets in a row. Akila stops and shoots. Tanushka gets the rebound. Senate forcing the pace and finishes it. The young man has got quite the number of speed on him. 12 points to 8. TWC leads. Elseg working the ball. And Malisha comes up with the shooting foul. Good bit of play by Elseg. And the first free throws for Team Elseg, if I'm not mistaken. Malisha a bit too forceful on that one. Misses both. Indeepa with the rebound. Back to Steve. Fakes. Back to Indeepa. Back to Steve. Back to Indeepa. Good bit of ball control, but defense. Good idea, but the execution was not there. And we see Kavishka Ranathuga clocking in for the number 30, Malisha. Grab a bit of rest on the bench. Fresh legs on the court for the next 2 minutes.
Will be important final few minutes of this first quarter. London Stock Exchange just was getting back into it. Once again, TWC have just managed to pull things back further from their points. 4 points difference. Is good driving.
Sanil kicks out the ball to Sennett. Once again, Sennett, the young speedster, runs the court and draws the foul this time from the number 23, the captain from Elseg. And Sennett on the line for his first free throws. Let's see how this goes. So far, the free throw shooting from both teams has not been the best. And we've seen teams go down to the wire because of this. So let's see how this goes. First shot is good. Always a good sign to get that first shot in. Misses the second. Steve comes up with the ball. Passes to Indeepa. Well defended by Shanil. Fadeaway jumper. Couldn't get it. Somehow Indeepa comes up with the rebound. Passes to Kavishka. And Sennett with the ball. Let's see if he runs the court this time. No. Wise choice as we see Dilina waiting to come into the game. That was a good idea there by the captain, but traveling violation up and down. Blue ball. As Dilina clocks in for the captain. The number 14, Dilina Dasnaik, yet to make an impact. Good steal by Augustine to Dilina. Outnumbered on the court. Harassed by the captain. Sennett. Back to Dilina. Fakes. Drives. And comes up with the foul. Straight off the bench. Already making an impact on court. Dilina Dasnaik, vice captain for St. Peter's at one point of his school career. Plays his club basketball at Colombo Bulls. And a bit on side note, an excellent guitarist. And for any one of the ladies out there, he's single as well. Misses the first shot. Misses both. Indeepa somehow comes up with the ball. But the turnover. Well defended by Sennett. Making speed count. Couldn't finish it this time. A lot of effort shown by both teams. Turnover stolen by Tanushka. Shanil calms it down to Sennett. To Dilina. Fakes, drives, shoots. And foul on the court from somewhere. A pushing foul. Side ball. Just 5 seconds left on the clock. This will most likely be the last play of the quarter. I mean, apparently it's free throws, so let's go with it. That's 3 free throws, misses in a row by Dilina. You need to get one of those shots in just so you can feel good. Misses both. Indeepa with the rebound. 2 seconds. Akila fakes, shoots, and scores right at the buzzer. 13 points to 10. Elseg closes the gap to 3 points as we go on to the second quarter. A very closely fought first quarter. Isn't that right?
Indeed, Anushka. I think was quite closely contested in that final 5 minutes of that first quarter. And Stock Exchange, even though backpedaling for majority of this first quarter, they have done well to keep things in their way. Just a 3-point deficit for them. But on the other hand, TWC Innovations will want to continue the good work they did in that early stages and try and just stamp the authority heading into that halftime break. But it was an all-important score for London Stock Exchange going into this brief break in this first quarter. 13 points to 10. Just the 3 points making the difference between the two sides. So it's just a matter of a 3-pointer and try and making this game level term.
Yes, that's it. I mean, it's a very close to fought first quarter. Both teams gave it their best. What worked for Team Elseg was their fast breaks. They ran the court, got the fast breaks to go in, got the layups to go in. And similarly, TWC also did well when Zenith ran the court, but they were trying to play more of a set game. And so far, I think against the Blues defense, they need to run the court a bit faster, get down to the court, and see how it goes. Just a few more seconds until we start the second quarter. A good crowd in today as we see Coach Kanishka, a former basketball at DSNI College, and also a current member of the HMB basketball team. He will take to the court in the B Division Men's League. And here we go. For Team Elseg, it's Steve, Indeepa, Shamit, Akila and Dinar on court. First shot of the second quarter, rebounded by Augustine. Zenith runs the court, the young lefty, and finishes good and finishes strong. First points for Team TWC, 15 points to 10. As I mentioned earlier, the boys in white need to run the court a bit faster, and they will get the upper hand. Dinara fakes, drives, kicks it out to Steve. 3-pointer. Good shot, couldn't get it going, but the captain committed the cardinal sin of getting into the landing space of the shooter. That's just a big no-no for any defender. You just can't land into the landing space. I think the referees have taken note of this. I mean, if you remember the MSBA finals between, not the finals, the playoffs match between the Golden State Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs when Kawhi got injured. This was a huge issue. Referees are a lot more aware of this situation now. All for the player's safety, of course. Steve gets one to go in. 15 points to 11. Senate. Sometimes the mind works faster than your body. Call for a travel and a turnover. As Dinara passes off to Indeepa. Well defended by Dilina. Akila to Indeepa, to the captain. Steve, mid-ranger, and it's good. If this is what we're going to expect for the next 3 quarters, it will be one hell of a game. Bodies on the floor. Exactly what we love to see in a basketball game. Nuffield, the captain, turns it over and commits the foul. And Coach Kanishka subs him out. I believe he's on 2 fouls. Number 42, Shanil, is back on court. Dinara couldn't get that shot to go in, but he's been an excellent addition to this team. One of the top scorers in this league for Team LSEG. Seneth stops, pass it to Augustine. Back to Shanil. Back to Isaac. Spins, shoots, couldn't get it to go. Well contested by the team in blue. Steve grabs the screen, passes off to Dinara. Back to Steve, to Indeepa. Catches the screen and goes for the mid-ranger. Good hustle by Akila. And well rebounded by Isaac. Shanil, a bit of a calm head, passes off to Dilina. And easy as that, carves through the defense like butter. Dilina on the board. Indeepa tries to force the play. Well defended by Dilina Lasnayaga. As they run the court, 3 against 3 situation. Shanil with the little fancy, but Steve. This is end-to-end stuff from both teams, but calm heads do need to prevail. Shanil fakes, drives and scores. Impressive stuff by the old boy here. Shamit misses it, rebounded by Isaac. Dilina sets the play, brings it up the court. Had the airspace, just couldn't get it done. Tries to force the issue and is called for the foul. Not smart play. I mean, this is still a young man. He has time to learn, and these are the correct steps on how you go about it. Coach Kanishka calls for the timeout. 19 points to 13. Intriguing quarter. Both teams seem to be running the fast break, trying to up the ante on the speed. How do you think they should go about this?
I think right now possibly the game might be just slipping away from London Stock Exchange. A 6-point deficit won't help them. But as things stand, as we have seen throughout this first 1.5 quarters, London Stock Exchange have always found themselves getting back quite close, but just not being able to try and get that lead, which has been quite hard for them. But on the perspective from TWC, I think they have just managed things, and just from the get-go, they have managed to just keep the points intact and just put that pressure on the lads in blue.
I mean, fair play to both teams. They've been really good on defense. I mean, 19 points to 13, Second quarter, we all knew this was going to be not a very high-scoring game. Defense will play a good part in it. Of course, it's a final. And you can see the animated coaches on both sides. Coach Kanishka and the team interpreter Dasun. Also another product of DS Senanayak on the bench as officials. What he interprets, I am not sure though. Shamit comes up with a rebound for Elseg. Indipa fakes, rolls. Was that a pass? I'm not sure, but call for the travel. Augustine clocks back in for Shanil. Two big men on the court for TWC. Not a common sight these days. Two big men at the same time. Dilina to the captain. Under pressure, Augustine drives in, forces the issue, and somehow gets the foul. Gets his team out of trouble. And ends up on the free throw line. First free throws for Demetrius Augustine. I love that name. Gets it to go. And you can see the team interpreter Dasun giving out hand signs at the back. Well rebounded by Indipa. Kicks it out to Dinara. Couldn't get it to go. Fast break opportunity. And draws the foul one more time. Back to the free throw. Sometimes living at the free throw is not the worst option. And we have a sub in for Team Elsek. Binal Vijay Gunawardana checks in for Malaysia. Ends that trip to the line with a bucket. 21 points to 13. TWC leads. Shamit trying to force the issue. Dinara passes to Newman. Straight off the bench and straight onto the score sheet. Binal Vijay Gunawardana. A man for the moment. Senate. No one checking him at the three-point line. Easy three, uncontested. Nothing but net. Binal couldn't get this to go this time. Dilina with the rebounds. Team Elsek did a good job coming down on defense. Looking back at that shot by Augustine. Ideally, he had the airspace to finish that shot. Should not have passed. But that's how the game goes. Each player has to make their own decisions on the court. Shamit to Indipa. Backs his man down. Indipa couldn't get it to go. Tanushka. The captain turns it over. Indipa. One man to beat, and beats him he does. 17 points to 24. Senate drives the two men, catches that foul. TWC ball. Senate passes out to Augustine. Dilina fakes, drives, and finishes. Beautifully done by TWC. If Dilina and Senate both catch fire, it will be lights out for Team LSEG. So they need to figure out a way to stop these boys from getting on the score sheet easily. Good pressure by Team LSEG. Runs the court. Dilina once again. Correct pass. Tanushka couldn't get it to go. And I think Coach Dhananjaya sensed that the game was going away from him. Calls for the timely timeout. A good time to gather their thoughts.
Indeed, Anushka, with just around 3 minutes left in this first half. Things haven't just gone their way. And possibly the game probably just slipping. And that's not what they would want heading into that halftime break. Plenty to play for both sides. But currently, with plenty of work to be done, is the lads in blue, London Stock Exchange Group. Tough couple of quarters for them, but still around 3 minutes left on the clock to try and change their fortunes going into that halftime break. The main target will be to try and get closer to that 26 points of TWC, Anushka, and just try and apply the brakes on conceding points.
Absolutely true. You just don't want to go into the halftime break with a big lead, having to play catch up on the third quarter. I'm pretty sure that Coach Dhananjaya has conveyed that message to his team. Just 3 minutes left on the clock. Wayward shot, nowhere close to the rim. And Team TWC comes up with the ball. Try to get that pass out to Tanushka. Stolen by Indeepa. But well defended by Senate, I believe. But it's still ball with Team Blue. Dinara tries to hit that three. Senate couldn't collect. Indeepa to Steve and makes it. The captain needs to step up, carry the team on his shoulders. Steve, one of the top scorers for the team, so the team will rely on him a lot. Augustine to Dilina to Tanushka. Had the free man in Augustine. Augustine with the rebound. Stripped by Dinara. To Binal. Brings it to the front court. Indeepa to Steve. Back to Indeepa. Dribbles. Leaves it for Chamit. These are the ones that you need to go in. Jumper by Steve, the captain. Back-to-back jumpers by him as the lead dwindles down to 5. 26-21. 90 seconds left on the clock. Dilina calls for the play. To Nafil, to Senate. The three, no good. Augustine with the rebound. Trapped in the corner. Team Blue comes up with the steal. Indeepa. All alone, couldn't get it to go. Well defended by the captain. The shortest play on the team, I believe. And Dilina. Safe and easy does the shots go. 28 points to 21. Less than a minute on the clock. Chamit drives in, kicks it to Binal. Looks at the defense, kicks it to the captain. They are very reliable. Number 23 stops. Kicks it out to Binal. Three-pointer. No good. Team Blue comes up with the ball. Indeepa to Steve. And that is good. He has been on fire for the last 90 seconds from the mid-rangers. As Binal draws the foul. And we get a bit of time to catch our breath.
Indeed, a brilliant passage of play for London Stock Exchange Group. And just after that timeout to this timeout, they have just conceded just the 2 points and have managed to go on and score 6 points. The 5 points making the difference with around 27 seconds left on the clock. I think a good breather for the lads on our screens as well. They would want to try and increase their lead and go into that break.
Absolutely. And I think Coach Dhananjay would very much love to have these boys on his team. A bunch of players who listen to advice, listen to instructions. As you can see him dishing it out to the players, telling them, okay, telling them to go into the halftime with as a little bit of a lead as possible. And we're back. 26.4 seconds left on the clock. Ball with Team TWC. We've got time for about 2 plays. 3 plays if the players play their cards right. Dilina kicks it out to Augustine. Turns, shoots, couldn't get it to go. Isaac hustling for the ball. Well hustled. Ball with Steve, the captain, number 23. 10 seconds left on the clock. He shoots. Isaac with the rebound as we count it down. 28 points to 23 at the end of the first half. Team TWC leads by the slimmest margin of just 5 points. And we are up for an exciting second half.
Indeed, Anushka. It was quite closely contested throughout those couple of quarters. But coming into that next third quarter, I think that will be in this all-important final in the F division. And I think that lad in the number 23 jersey for London Stock Exchange Group, Steve, the skipper, has really stepped up when it needed.
He really has, Reshwan. He really has. Right after that very good timeout by Coach Dhananjay, Steve came up with 3 mid-ranges, brought the lead to a very small deficit. Now it's at 5. So Steve needs to continue his play in the third and fourth quarter. I mean, that highlight, that was very close to a foul. He should have ideally got another free throw as well. There we go. The man we're talking about. The savior for Team LSEG, the team boys in blue. So let's go in for a small break at the moment, and we will be back for the second half of the finals, the F Division finals between Team TWC and London Stock Exchange.
කෙලින් යන්නේ ඇයි? හොඳයි උන්ට කොහෙන්ද මොලේ? මොලේ මොකටද බූරු? දේශපාලනය කරන්නේ.
Just a little bit of
here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare or Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
The 2025 Euro Formula season unfolds across Europe's legendary circuits. Jevan David is not just racing, he's chasing a dream, carrying the Sri Lankan flag. Catch all the live action from the Euro Formula Open on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare 1 HD. Dialog TV channel number 126, Dialog ViU App and ThePapare.com.
Just a little bit of
Here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare or Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare. ThePapare.
අයිෂේ රෝහල් ගත කරත් එකයි වේදිකා ගත කරත් එකයි හැමදාම හැමෝම පෙන්නන්නේ එකම නාට්‍යය තමයි.
අපි කන බල්ලෙක් නෑ. අපිව බල්ලෝ කනවා.
යවන්න ඔය ඉන්න ගෙම්බන්ගේ පටන් කවුරුත් දන්නවා මගේ පොලිටිකල් පැටර්න්.
just a little bit of
Here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare or Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare. ThePapare.
As the 2025 Euro Formula season unfolds across Europe's legendary circuits, Jevan David is not just racing, he's chasing a dream, carrying the Sri Lankan flag. Catch all the live action from the Euro Formula Open on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare 1 HD, Dialog TV channel number 126, Dialog ViU App and ThePapare.com.
just a little bit of
පිටිපත්වල ඉහළින් පාර ස්ථානගත කිරීම on ThePapare or Dialog TV.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare.
As the 2025 Euro Formula season unfolds across Europe's legendary circuits, Jevan David is not just racing, he's chasing a dream, carrying the Sri Lankan flag. Catch all the live action from the Euro Formula Open on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare 1 HD, Dialog TV channel number 126, Dialog ViU App and ThePapare.com.
නිමල් සර් ඉංග්‍රීසි පාඩමට ලෑස්ති වෙනවා වගේ. ආයි මේවා ළමයිට විකුණලා වුණොත් එහෙම මං නරක ගෑණි කියන්නේ.
පිටින් ඇවිල්ලා නටන්න හදන්න එපා මැඩම්.
අපේ ප්‍රින්සිපල් දිවෙන්න කලින් රහ බලන්න ඕන සිනමා රසය අයිස්ක්‍රීම් ශ්‍රී ලාංකික ටෙලිවිෂනයේ පළමු ප්‍රදර්ශනය ජනප්‍රිය සිනමා ගීතේ ප්‍රතිභාපූර්ණ සම්මානනීය තරු රෙසින් හැඩවූ අයිස්ක්‍රීම් ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් ViU Mini ViU Hub හා ViU App තුලින් බලන්න.
a little bit of
පාදුවට ඉහළින් පාර ස්ථානගත කිරීම on the Papare on Dialog TV
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare.
ఎరా స్కూల్ అయిపోయిందా?
అయిపోయిందన్న. కన్నకు డౌట్ నాన్న.
చెప్పరా ఏ సబ్జెక్ట్ లో?
డౌట్ సబ్జెక్ట్ లో కాదు నాన్న.
మరి
నా డ్రాయర్ లో.
I hate my life, అరే కష్టాలకే రాఫు.
I hate my life అన్న లిరిక్స్ ఏంటి? ఈ సిగ్నేచర్ స్టెప్ ఏంటి? అసలు నీ ఫ్రస్ట్రేషన్ కారణం ఏంటి బ్రో చెప్పు.
ඇම්බුලන්ස් අපරිමිත දාරක ස්නේහයෙන් නිර්මිත අභිවන්දනීය මාතෘත්වයේ සිනමාත්මක ප්‍රතිරූපණය සම්මානිත මහාචාර්ය සුනිල් ආරියරත්න සිනමා සිතුවමක් සකල ලෝවාසී බෞද්ධයන් ඇසූ කතාපුවත දැස් ඉදිරිපිට සිනමාත්මකව මවන ගෞතම බුද්ධ මාතා උත්තරීතර මාතෘත්වයේ ප්‍රතිමූර්තිය ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් ViU Mini ViU Hub හා ViU App තුලින් නරඹන්න. ගෞතම බුද්ධ මාතා.
Back live here for the all-important third quarter coming up in this men's F Division finals. And here we go.
And the first attempt on the basket by Dilina. Just couldn't make it. And it seems like the pace has not changed one bit. And I'm not complaining. Dinara, my fault. He's called for the offensive. The elbow rising. Senate draws the foul well. 5-point lead at the beginning of the third quarter. It'll be interesting to see if Team TWC will run the court just like how they did in the second quarter and the first. Using Senate as their main point of offense. Draws the foul from the captain, Steve. 3 fouls on Steve. Beginning of the third quarter, he needs to be careful. Dilina. Top of the 3. Drives in. Well defended by the boys in blue. Dylan needs to learn how to draw that foul before driving in. But ends up with a turnover. Dinara, 3-pointer, and that is good. Nothing but net. One of the top scorers for Team LSEG, and you can see why. If he gets that game going, that'll be the it. The captain squeezes away for the basket. Fakes. Sets it up. Senate, the lefty, steps back, kicks it out to Augustine. Augustine shoots. Isaac with the rebound. Comes up entry. Dilina brings the ball up to Isaac. Back to Dilina. To Augustine. And that's good. 30-26. A lot of effort in for that bucket. Good defense by the team in blue. Isaac called for the foul. Good bit of play by both teams. Well defended on the other end by the boys in blue. And a good bit of hustle from TWC as well. Had to work hard for their bucket. And this is just the type of basketball we would love to see. Akila shoots and scores. A 2-point lead for TWC. The London Stock Exchange is ready to play this game. Dilina blocked by Indeepa, but not. A bit of armbar on the hip. Sends Dilina to the free throw line. Let's see how Dilina goes on this free throw attempt. So far has missed all of his free throws. Maybe a switch of ends might work well for him. As we see, I think it was Chamit who has been subbed out. Possibly for blood on the court. The referees are checking for something. I believe it's for the nails. I mean, this is a contact sport, so injuries are bound to happen. You know, players just got to be careful. I mean, nails is a big no-no. Dilina, first free throw of the game. A sigh of relief for him, I believe. And hits them both. Right mindset. Kicks it out to Akila. Throws it in there. Well rebounded by Malisha. Indeepa comes up with a loose ball. Bodies on the floor. Akila to Malisha. Somehow ends up with Indeepa. A little running floater. Kicks it out to Senate. Comes up empty. All credit to Elseg. Augustine with the rebound. No sign of stopping from both these teams, Reshwan. Speed seems to be the way forward for them.
Indeed, it's been end-to-end stuff. And just what you want in a final. Mouth-watering clash here. It will be quite an interesting battle as this game goes on. Probably in for a very interesting passage of play now.
A good bit of hustle from Senate. You can see the effort on his face. It's now time to calm down a bit. Dilina left is free for him. Bad cover by Isaac. I mean, good screen. Dilina just couldn't get it to go. Good rebound. Dinara. Good bit of work from the captain, Nafil. Outnumbered 3-2. Well defended. But ball is still with the London Stock Exchange. Indeepa. Badri hands. Good fake. Another running floater. TWC comes up with it. Senate misses yet another layup. 2 in a row for him, that's it. Steve, indecision. Isaac, back to Senate. Slows it down this time. Nope. 3 in a row for him. The young man needs to learn how to calm down. Press when it matters. To attack when it matters and attack when it's easy for him. 2 against 1, 3 against 1 is not the best option. Tanushka is going to clock in for Team TWC. Tanushka is another old boy for DS Senanayaka. He has a nickname, but I just can't say it on air. Well known amongst the basketball community by that name, but unfortunately, we're live on the Papare, the leading sports channel in Sri Lanka, with the F Division finals. Steve, the captain, with the ball. Hounded by Shanil. Malisha shoots. Couldn't get it to go. Augustine has been a rock with the rebounds. Sennett to Shanil. Fakes. Drives. Blocked by Dinara. Good bit of defense. Team TWC is cranking up the pace thanks to Sennett. But the young man needs to learn that sometimes it's okay to calm down, slow the pace down. As Augustine comes up with a contested 2. The young man needs to learn that sometimes it's okay to slow the pace down. I mean, these are still early days. He has a lot to learn. Once he gets a bit of experience under his belt, we expect to see a lot of great things from him. Steve, mid-range jumper, and it's good. I think, Reshwan, the London Stock Exchange needs to use Steve's jumpers a bit more. Akila misses the easy layup as Dylan comes up with the ball. Well defended. As Steve comes up with the ball, drives in. Well rebounded by Akila. As he gets on scoreboard. 2-point game. 4 minutes left on the third quarter. Dilina sends a 3 but just could not make it. It's a bit off camera, but you can see Coach Kanishka staring him down for that contested 3. Malisha had the perfect chance. No one on defense was looking, but Augustine, big man, running coast to coast. In deeper, misses, comes up with his own rebounds. Well contested by Dilina. Slows the pace down. And Sennett, using his pace to draw the foul, comes back up to the free throw line for another 2 free throws. 34-32. A chance to extend this lead. A very slim lead, if I must say. Misses the first. Gets a second to go. 3-point lead. The slimmest of margins. In deeper to Dinara. Couldn't hit it this time. Steve. Good look to Indeepa under the basket. And he converts. 34-35. Elsek trailing. Send it to Augustine. Augustine to Tanushka. And scores. End-to-end stuff from both teams. Good bit of defense. Sennett, no one on him. Fouled on his way to the layup as he makes it for an and one. Not the smartest of fouls by Steve. I think that's his 4th foul that he's going to commit. With still 12 minutes left at the game, he should have let that go. A good timeout call by Coach Dhananjay. Let's see if he can make the same effect that he had on the second quarter. with a timeout he called out right at the end, where the team in blue caught up to about 2 or 3 points.
Indeed, London Stock Exchange Group still backpedaling in the game, and kudos to TWC as well. They have managed to just keep LSEG just out of arm's reach and just try and keep that lead. They have a 5-point lead as we head into the last couple of minutes in this third quarter.
Two minutes and a bit more left on the third quarter. Senat Al Hakon to the line. Increases the lead to 6 points, 40 points to 34. Dinara with the ball. Passes off the captain. Mind you, that was a good shot. Just couldn't make it. Stolen by Dilina. Tucked the ball, but just could not finish. Dilina and Senat, two young ballers, need to learn about timing, the correct time to attack, especially when you're going up against outnumbered defense. Good block by Indeepa. Blocked Augustine out, and Dilina comes up with the rebound and is drawn to the line. And that's the third foul by Dilina. Two key players from both teams are on foul trouble. 3 for Dilina, 4 for Steve, the captain from the boys in blue, both of whom are being kept on the court. Risky maneuver, but let's see if it pays off. Tanushka with the rebound. To Sanil. To Dilina. Throws it up. Couldn't get it to go. Forced that shot. Steve. To Akila. To Dinara. The shot. No good. And the foul is called on the number 10, Tanushka. Both players on both teams need to be aware of the situations right now. So Steve is up with 4 fouls. Dilina with 3 fouls. When it's their turn to attack, they need to know who to attack. Good shot by Steve. Cuts the lead down to 3 points. If we use the heads a bit right now, Dilina should be looking to attack Steve, not Indeepa, not anyone else, because you know Steve will not commit that last foul. Cooler heads need to prevail. The coaches need to tell their players what to do. As we see Akila collecting the ball, couldn't get it to go. But the ball is still with the boys in blue. Dinara with the open 3. Couldn't get it to go. Dilina with the rebound. Looks up. 15 seconds on the clock. Last play for the third quarter. Screen by Augustine. Good pick and roll as Augustine finishes. 42 points to 37. 2 seconds. Dinara, the floated up. Airballs it out. Reshwan, that was an intense third quarter. What are your thoughts on this quarter and how it will go into the last quarter?
Indeed, what a quarter it has been. I think one of the best quarters throughout this final. And kudos to TWC once again. Even though LSEG have always tried and crawled their way back into this, they've managed to keep that 5-point lead going into those all-important breaks. So once again, going to this fourth and final quarter, plenty of work will be cut out for the lads in blue. And as Anushka did mention in the third quarter, Steve, with the 4 fouls and one more foul, he will be fouled out of the game, and that will be a big moment. If that happens, Anushka, I think Steve, the captain, will have to be quite cautious in this final quarter. If their team has any hope, they'll need him to finish off this game, and finish off it quite strong.
Absolutely, Reshwan. Steve, the captain, should not leave this game. He needs to be careful. Dilina on the other team also has to stay in this game. I know Senate has been a bit more vocal when it comes to scoring, but both the players cannot afford to go out. 42 points to 37 at the end of the third quarter, as we are just about to go to begin the last 10 minutes of the F Division Men's Finals. As we get both the teams walking onto the court. Points on play for TWC's attack Steve. Point of play for Team LSEG, attack Dilina, who are both wary of their fouls. So, last 10 minutes on the clock. The referees are ready. The players are ready. Reshwan, this is going to be one good quarter.
Indeed, if you're a neutral out there, I think this will be quite a watch. It's been worthy of a final here, as London Stock Exchange with the steal, but not the best of the passes.
Yeah, it's a bit of a wayward pass. Like I said multiple times earlier, cooler heads do need to prevail. It's all about the psyche, making the correct decisions. Augustine to Dilina. Drives, comes up short, but well rebounded by Augustine, hounded by Malisha, and fouled. Good strong play by both players, the two big men for the teams. As Coach Dhananjay looks in disbelief. Dilina to Senate. Senate to Augustine. Augustine to Dilina. Drives left, finishes with it right, and makes it. 7-point game. Dinara forcing that play, drawing the foul from Senate. A very good bit of play. And that is Senet's third foul. Indeepa drives in with the extra step to Nafil. Senate, beautifully done. Ends on the score, 46-37.
Once again now with a 9-point lead, RTWC. And is this a tad bit too much for London Stock Exchange? Time will tell us. As now once again Dinara. He drives in, another basket missed, but a good regulation, a couple of points coming London Stock Exchange's way. They need plenty of moves to go their way to try and get back into this. And it's just a matter of running that clock down for TWC, just getting some important points.
Dinara misses a golden opportunity to cut the lead, but the ball is still with the boys in blue. Steve passes it to Samit, back from the little blood bin timeout. Dilina pushes the play. Tanushka comes up with the play but couldn't finish. Elseg, 3-on-2 situation. Couldn't capitalize. Seneth comes up with the ball. Kicks it out to Tanushka, but stolen by the captain as he sprints up the court. Lays it up to Dinara and he scores. 41-46. From the first minute, speed has been the name of this game. Augustine. Dilina. Fakes, drives left, stops. Hoist is up in the air. Air ball. Tanushka with the foul. And one for the big man. (48-41) with the free throw to go. 7-point lead with 7 minutes to go. Tanushka. Free throw attempt is good. Dinara to the captain. Long three. Couldn't get it to go. Augustine to Shanil. Had numbers, didn't use it. Tanushka comes up with the ball somehow. The captain to Dilina. Fakes. And draws a foul from Chamit. And he goes to the free throw line for a set of free throws. As Coach Lande calls another timeout. We as basketball fans get to breathe in, take a small breather for a while before we come back to this game. 49-48. Last 6 minutes of this game. But for those who will stick with us, next up we got the E Division men's final between Dimo PLC and Dara Sri Lanka. A bit of interesting fact is Dara's team is also coached by Kanishka Vishwanath, who is a coach for TWC. A great job done by him, bringing two teams to the finals of their respective divisions. So let's hope it goes well for him as well as it's going for him in this match. Race 1, 6 minutes, 41 seconds left to go. How do you see LSEG trying to bridge in this gap?
I think they'll have to be clinical in attack, and in defense they'll have to be much more better. And plenty of errors in offense might be the difference between the two sides. But it's not been the best of days for the lads in blue. And that point will probably put a lot of pressure on this LSCG group and make that two successful free throws and breaching that 50-point mark in this all-important final as well from TWC. But once again, a good response from London Stock Exchange.
Yes, the ups and downs of the Stock Exchange. This boys is nothing foreign to them. Dilina fakes, Euros, under pressure. Augustine comes up with the ball to Seneth. Fakes, drives. A lot of loose balls. Seneth fakes again. Kicks it out to the captain. Mid-range jumper, Augustine. Big man with the big rebound and the big bucket. 53-43, double-digit lead. As Akila looks to counter, but ends up short. Unforced errors by the experienced Tanushka. He needs no better. Dinara surveys, drives left. Indecision, causes the turnover. Nafil has the pass. And Seneth converts for the easy two. The boys in blue need to get this act together At this rate, the game will go away from them. The lead is up to 12. Dinara with the mid-ranger. Misses. As Coach Kanishka falls for a timeout.
The lead just increasing for TWC. 12-point gap heading into the final 5 minutes of this final. I think heading into that final few minutes, it will be London Stock Exchange Group with a lot of pressure. Right now, it will be just a matter of seeing this lead off for TWC. And if London Stock Exchange are to come back into this game, Anushka, I think it will be quite a memorable one.
It will be indeed. 12 points down. A men's F Division finals. If they pull this off, this will be one of the biggest comebacks that they probably will have pulled off ever. There's enough time on the clock. 5 minutes, 12 seconds is a very long time in basketball. We've got timeouts. We've got lots of stoppages. And I think the boys have the talent to pull this off. They do have an experienced coach who will make the right calls. The boys will need to put a lot of trust in their abilities and in their teammates. But on the other hand, TWC do have a lot of firepower. They do believe in themselves. Up by 12 points. They do have the psychological advantage. As Seneth comes up with a turnover. As Nafil commits the hard foul. All in a day's play. A bit of bumping. Dinara to Steve. Stops. Passes it back to Dinara. To Chamit. Fakes. Back to Dinara. Step back three and fouls. Nafil Jalaluddin. The second foul he has committed on the 3-point line. He should have learned from the first one. A foul on the 3-point line. A big no-no. Just a bit off camera, you can see Coach Kanishka, not a happy man. First shot is good. You can see Coach Kanishka talking to the interpreter of the team, Dasun Dasanayaka. I'm sorry, but that may not be his surname. But as Dinara attempts and makes the second shot. Last shot so far has been good. I may have spoken too soon. The commentator's curse. Seneth comes up with the steal. Speed does it, and he makes it. Coast to coast. Seneth Al-Hakun making things happen. An amazing bit of play by Akila. A rebound and a contested two. And an N1. A chance for an N1 play to cut the lead to single digits.
Akila with an important free throw to make that deficit just a single digit. A 9-point deficit now. Time well and surely running against London Stock Exchange. TWC now.
These are not the shots a team who is in lead should be making. A good bit of play from Augustine. Couldn't turn the ball over, but a good bit of defense stopped that ball from going into the bucket. Akila to Dinara. Back to Akila. Back to Dinara. For the three. No good. Indeepa with the rebound. A bit forceful on that one, but the refs let it go. Chamit with the steal. Dinara. Back to Steve. Back to Dinara. Contested. under the rim. The captain comes up with the ball. A bit of confusion amongst the players and the referees. Cooler heads do prevail. A part of the crowd loves this. Dilina calls for a screen to Augustine. Dilina to Senate. Quick pass out to the captain. A little up and under. Couldn't get it to go. Dinara comes up with the ball. Passes off to Akila and he scores and waves to the crowd. He's ready. The lead down to 7. It's all to play for here in the F Division Finals. Augustine with the early shot as Akila comes up with a bucket. Number 36, Akila Vijay Singh. He has come to this court to play ball. 52 points to 57. The lead did not last long, Reshwan.
Indeed, once again, just a 5-point deficit. And Akila, he's been brilliant in this third and fourth quarter. He stepped up when it has mattered. But he'll need assistance from his teammates in this final 2.5 minutes coming up in this men's F Division final of the 33rd Mercantile Basketball League 2025. What a final it has been, Anushka.
What a final it is. Just 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go. The crowd here is in for a treat. Those who are watching live on Papare, you guys are in for a treat. And we at the Combox are in for a treat as well. If my math is correct, that's about 150 minutes of play. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. But it's all to play for both teams. 5-point play, 5-point lead. TWC leads. Nafil to Senate. The crowd is going wild out here. Senate to Dilina. Fakes. Behind the back to Senate. Drives. Kicks it to the captain. Airballs it. But Augustine to the rescue. Steps out of bounds. As the offense fizzles out. Reshwan.
The crowd has got involved. It's loud. And the atmosphere has just picked up here.
We can barely hear ourselves here, Reshwan. And I'm pretty sure the players are feeling that as well. Let's see if they take it positively or if it intimidates them. It's all up to the players and their psyche. Shamit goes to the free throw line. Team TWC in the penalty line. They've already committed team fouls. Shamit hits the first shot. Takes a lead to 4 points. Cuts the lead down to 4 points. To bring it down to a single shot. And he does. The boys in blue are here to play. The pressure on TWC. You can see the crowd in the background has come alive. Chance of defense heard throughout the court. Senate to the captain. Fakes. Draws a foul. The fourth team foul committed by Dinara. The crowd goes silent for a second and we can have a moment of sanity. As Dinara commits his fifth foul. A match well played for the young man. Tanushka. Good inlet pass. Timely bucket from the experienced man. Akila. Akila has been running the offense for the team in blue, leading the team by example. Draws a foul and is taken to the free throw line. Rims out. Second shot. Rims out. Good rebound by Tanushka. Nafil brings the ball up. Passes to Senate. Takes his time. Wayward pass by the young man. 90 seconds left on the clock. 5-point lead. You just don't do those kind of passes. Nafil with the ball. Kicks this out to Dilna. Drives. Mid-range. Blocked. Tanushka comes up with the ball. Tipped in by Demetrius Augustines. Brings the lead up to 7 points. Akila airballs it. Tanushka to the captain, number 4, Nafil. Senate to Dilina. To Augustine. To Nafil. Fakes. But he's called for the travel. 1 minute and 2 seconds left on the clock. Head coach Dhananjay Samira calls for the timeout. Probably his last time off of the game. 7 points is what the LSEC team needs to score. You can see Reshwan, the coach, is egging his players to go on, giving the last bit of instructions.
I think from here on, Anushka, it's quite a mountain to climb for London Stock Exchange. But it's been a very spirited passage of players from London Stock Exchange. They were backpedaling for majority of this game, but they haven't given up. They've really given a tough time for TWC. But TWC have just managed to always keep hold of that lead. And now heading into the final minute of regular time, they have a 7-point buffer.
A mountain to climb, Reshwan. A tall task. But the human mind is something that never gives up. 1 minute and 2 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what the boys in blue can pull up. Samit to Akila. Brings the ball down. A good rebound by Tanushka. I think Nafil needs to take his time. Sets this. Set the play. Slow the clock down. Good pass by Dilina. Augustine to Senate. Silly mistake from Senate. This is not the time to rush. This is the time for calmer minds to prevail. Steve takes it out. Drives. Couldn't convert. Senate. Will he use his pace? I guess the man runs on one gear. Nafil. 20 seconds left on the clock. Run the clock down and they have the game. Dilina to Tanushka. To Senate. Shoots. Misses. Augustine with the rebound and with the dagger. 7 seconds as we climb. As we count it down. TWC emerges champions of the F Division Men's Basketball Finals hosted by MSBA. A big congratulations to the winners. But Reshwan, the London Stock Exchange, they played their hearts out throughout the game. They never gave up. An amazing performance from them as well.
Indeed, it was worthy of a final to start things off in this mercantile basketball season. The F Division final has well and surely been a cracker of a game. Even though the scoreline might show a big gap between points, but it was London Stock Exchange who didn't give up until that last whistle. Congratulations goes out to TWC, who clinches the F Division championship here at the 33rd Mercantile Basketball League 2025.
A wonderful game it was, fresh one. As we see the players shake his hand. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Dilida and Senate led the way for Team TWC. Akila Vijay Singh, a shining bright light on the fourth quarter. Tanushka and Augustine, the two big men, securing the game, securing those tough rebounds, making those tough decisions, making those tough shots. There you see Akila, the man who came to play. The fourth quarter for him was probably the best quarter I've seen. Trying to get the crowd to go along. Tanushka hit a few shots, important shots.
Indeed, a brilliant game we had here. That's been one hell of a game, worthy of a final here at the F Division of the Mercantile Basketball League 2025. We will head into a commercial break, and that concludes this F Division Championship, as we will be back with more basketball action. And stay tuned with Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංකික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to ThePapare.
Welcome to the live broadcast from ThePapare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.